In this video, I thought I would go over some of the lesser excursions I went on, then give my overall assessment of Da Nang City. One of the places I visited was Fresco Village. Apparently, it is famous for the street art. There are some nice murals, such as this elephant. Giraffe, frog, and sea turtle. For the most part, the artwork is well done, but none of them stood out as being that special. The alleyways here are also pretty narrow. On a few occasions, I had to step aside to avoid being run over by a scooter. If you really have nothing else to do, then come here. Otherwise, skip it. Before I left, I signed up for a snorkeling tour. Taking a taxi to the marina, I passed by several fishing boats. A pretty modern boat then ferried us to a spot near the famous Lady Buddha on the Suntra Peninsula. The staff was friendly and served us watermelon and water for the trip. The problem was the actual snorkeling proved extremely lackluster. There weren't many fish. The water was murky, and the coral appeared very brown and kind of ugly. What you're seeing is my best attempt at color correcting the footage. This is how it actually looked. Now, I've snorkeled in Cancun and Hawaii, and both places are far superior to here. I did get to paddleboard though, and record some footage of the Lady Buddha from the sea. Although I liked the execution of the tour, I would pass on it based on the poor quality of the snorkeling. So now let's talk about Da Nang itself. I visited in July. The weather could be hot or rainy at times. Nevertheless, it was still bearable and nowhere near as bad as the cities in Malaysia. The humidity levels were also much lower. It just felt like summer, similar to the ones I experienced in Los Angeles. In terms of walkability, there is no MRT, and I didn't try the bus. The sidewalk situation is magnitudes better than Malaysia though. Generally, I found them to be in decent shape. You will have to walk past a plethora of parked scooters however. That brings us to traffic. What can I say? Da Nang is a city, so expect congestion and chaos. Yet not nearly as bad as other cities I've been to. The interesting thing about the intersections is that you have these converging streets but rarely a stop sign or traffic light. People just slow down and navigate their way past each other like two trails of crossing ants. The food is surprisingly good in Da Nang, and that includes foreign foods. I ate several meals at Quan Com Que and Nha An, which would have live performances on occasion. I tried Bo's steak on the recommendation of a YouTuber. A steak dinner costing around $6 made me a bit wary, but the food was quite excellent for the price. Probably the best steak under $10 I've ever eaten. The people in Da Nang seemed fine. Some were friendly. Most went about their business and kept to themselves. Thankfully, the majority of people here are Buddhist, which means no prayers being broadcast over loudspeakers in the morning. The biggest drawback is that very few people speak fluent English. It might be as low as 5 to 10%, making conversations difficult. For some reason, they really like billiards here. I ran into so many pool halls. Of course, that's nothing compared to the massage parlors, where I often walked by multiple ones on the same street. Da Nang offers a variety of sights to see, like the Dragon Bridge, Lady Buddha, various temples, Bana Hills, and the Marble Mountains. I wouldn't consider any one of these exceptional, but as a whole, they can keep you busy and entertained. On a scale of 1 to 10, Da Nang scores a solid 7 for sightseeing. As far as housing goes, I paid about $20 a night, and accommodations were better than the places I stayed at in Malaysia, so affordability is a definite plus. I also got my fillings done for $12 each, but this is one area I would prefer paying extra for better quality. I did feel the dental work I received in Malaysia was better, albeit 3 times more expensive. Da Nang suffers from garbage and graffiti, but is much cleaner than other Southeast Asian cities. In addition, the infrastructure is fairly good. I only experienced one blackout the month I was there, even during heavy storms. If you like shopping malls, that's one area Da Nang falls short. The ones I went to were okay, but Malaysian malls beat them by a wide margin. They're bigger, swankier, have more variety, and the air conditioning can actually keep the interior cool. I'm not a big mall guy, so this wasn't an issue for me. Da Nang has many positives going for it. The food, affordability, modern amenities, and walkability. Unfortunately, it's still too crowded for my liking. Very few speak English, and it doesn't do anything exceptionally well. I enjoyed my stay here, but I can't picture myself living here long term. So, it's on to my next destination.